Like I would like to ask one question. Like we, as an Indian recruitment, which we had this season, we had 2, 3 Indian players coming to us. Like, what was the addition you were planning to get from that additions? Like I asked about the
we had
yeah, this is
Rowland, we have Salah,
yeah, and Tyson.
and Tyson. So Tyson, it was very late after all the
Yeah,
after a few injuries in same position because Riku Tanamaria got out. Koro has personal problems. So just as we were following that him for a while, but in this situation it was sensible to add one more option in position where actually we don't have much. Uh, and Rowling, experienced player before the season with very good reputation, with very good uh, personality. He plays more or less, but still it's valuable person in the dressing room. And Salah, again, it's good player, good skillful one-on-one player, who which we really expected to add something. He was injured. He came here, trained for a while, and then start complaining. So he's now going for, I think, went already for surgery.
but what happened with Rowling? Like, what addition are we? Like, I heard that he have a better mentality or things, and he's an experienced player, but he never played 90 minutes or 70 minutes at least in this club actually after coming this season. So what like, and also I have like there is data as well in the slide as well. So what addition are we bringing in from that experienced player? Like how can we get more from that player to get more positive results?
So he needs to show more on the pitch. Can he do this or cannot? That's the question.
But
You know,
previous seasons also, like when we analyze the players, how can like what was the thought process behind you to sign Rowling? Like the previous performance, or what thing made you to sign him? I'm not focus pointing on him actually. Like I'm just asking you, like why, what addition he can bring, why you signed that player.
I just explained before.
Mentality and experience.
Yes.
Somo and Jabir.
Yeah. So Mukhas, please.
Yes. This is for Abik. Abik, it's very appreciable, and it's good to see you being apologetic as well. But the major doubt what we have is that for the past 2 years or 3 years, we had lot of promises which has not fulfilled. So I don't know how many in this meeting really believe that it will be implemented or it will be corrected. So leaving all that, what are the steps you take to uh, make people understand that we have done the wrong and we are putting correct steps this year? So what are the things, if it is possible to let us know, you can let us know. If not, that's fine. And the other question is something which is very important. See, we haven't won any trophies yet, but uh, in spite of not winning any trophies on the field, we have won many trophies online. Okay, so that means our social media and fans are the catalyst of our club. But we have let those two entities to go away from. So it is very high time that we have to do something to bring them back. And I am very, very optimistic that I think we can get them back. It's not only about the performance, but other things like the social media, things to be corrected in the social media, and all those things. If we can make it correct, and I think hopefully we'll be having our fans back and loving the club as usual. So that is very evident because this is the first time not even 50 members are traveling to Bangalore for Bangalore match. That is something which is very shocking, and I don't know what to say. So, what are the things you are going to implement, or what are steps you would be taking? If it is possible to tell now, it's fine. It's up to you.
Sure. So, see, so obviously a lot of that is future based, right? But I think the couple of key things, I think from what, like we said, like you mentioned, there are so many things that we feel compounded by the scenario around us where we could have approached differently, but we couldn't. I think the number one thing that we are doing at this moment and we'll continue to do is keep people motivated to work for Kerala Blasters. That is very important, right? Good people at this club need to keep the same motivation and not be demotivated by the negativity that is around us. And I'm sure you guys know at your personal jobs when even if your boss passes one comment, it's so difficult to focus on your work. You might be thinking about it for days. So imagine here where obviously, okay, I am leadership of the club, I need to have a certain mental strength to bear this, but other people, it's very difficult for people to find the motivation to give more when things like this are happening around them. Sometimes it is not even their fault, right? Sometimes I might make a mistake, somebody else might do something, we might have a bad result. So that maybe does not maybe impact somebody else. So if Josephine is working on say working with an NGO to try and we did some great work there. Hilda and Josephine did some work where we brought kids with limited ability and mobility. We did some work with the AIDS sort of community and bodies. I don't know how many other clubs have done it. If there are very few clubs that do it, but despite whatever the negativity is, we continue to focus on that. Now, if there is, suppose we lose a game or I have made a mistake, and you know they are getting thrashed for something that they haven't done. You imagine what the motivation of those people will be to go to work uh, and be abused for not really their fault. You understand what I'm trying to say? So, and they're good people. So the important thing here is have everybody believe that the pain that you go through now is worth it when we will achieve something together, and then in the end we'll all understand that whatever we are going through, I whatever is coming our way, whether it's criticism for you guys, criticism online from the fan groups, Manjapada, Blasters Army, Blasters Corner, we humbly accept that. We've taken that as medicine. I'm taking that as medicine. Okay. I'm not at all resentful, angry, ego driven, or vengeful in my approach towards people criticizing us. Because I believe if so many people are doing it, obviously we're doing something wrong, right? So the first thing is to have acceptance for that. I think we have that. We are not living in a delusional world where we feel that if we continue to do like this, obviously people will be angry, reactions will be angry. Acceptance is important. I think it's about keeping people motivated because there are good people at this club who give a lot, and for them working at Blasters is like, I don't know, it's more than a job for them. So we owe it, as I can take that responsibility. I owe it to those people to make sure that they have a fulfilling career at this club, right? So in order to keep them motivated, in order to keep them engaged is very important, because they have the knowledge and the expertise to understand from this entire season or this entire scenario what has worked and what has not worked, and they hold that very important knowledge of what hasn't worked. Sometimes that's more important than what has worked, because it gives you the ability to then fix those things. And I think, Somu, the most important thing is, I think I have seen everybody at this club, and I would like to believe that everybody is very hardworking. There are no lazy people at this club, right? And it's almost like I feel a lot of us are like a dog with a bone, where you don't leave the bone, you try and fix it the best we can. And like I said, the day we feel our motivation is diminished or we cannot add anything, I think we'll not be here. Uh, we'll not try and take the spot of somebody else who can do better, or somebody else who can maybe improve. So at this time we feel there are things which we can do and which we can help achieve for the club. I think there are things which we can do that will make the fans proud. We want to build a very inclusive sporting ecosystem. We are aware what this club means to the people. We want to bring it back. And like I said, we are humble enough to accept where we have gone wrong. And like I said earlier, I apologize for where we are as a club. I take that responsibility, and we will try our best till the last game, till the last minute to try and improve it. Obviously, we can't predict; it's not in our hands, but we'll keep going. But Somu, these are some of the things we can do now, immediately, right? Because there are very few actionable decisions that you can change when things are already in motion and we are already like in the middle of something. The most you can do is keep people motivated, accept all the mistakes, see whatever you guys have put in front of us, acknowledge that, try and some of the things, right? We will not see eye to eye. I might tell you there's a reason for it, but most of it, come back with a plan so that when we go again, when we start again, we are able to improve on that. We've already taken some steps which we are doing behind the scenes, and I would really not want to say much, promise much, and then have people say that you're talking too much, you're delivering nothing. We'll deliver, and then maybe you guys can tell us where we were able to do what, and what were you pleasantly surprised by. That is one. And second, Somo, I forgot the next question. Social media, yes. So without doubt, and I've taken that feedback on board, and we're already doing some work behind the scenes. There are a few things that we will look very seriously at, 100%. And I feel we do need more professional help in that sense, from at a much deeper level, to understand and gauge. Sometimes it's more than the content. I feel it's more psychological. It's more PR driven, to understand sentiment, to understand what, how, why, what to say, when. So we will go out there, we will get those things sorted out. I can assure you that, and we'll take that more seriously, because I feel it goes beyond content even. It's more of a mindset. We understand that there is a huge responsibility for us to project something that all of you are watching. You're checking for spelling mistakes, you're checking for intent, you're checking for even what is the intent behind the post, everything. So please be rest assured, we are assessing that thoroughly, and we will definitely upgrade in that department.
Uh, Abhik, actually, there is one more. See, you said that you are motivating, what is it, staff and everything. It's absolutely good thing. See, at the end of the day, they have paid something. But when you take the case of fans pay their money to watch the match. So, and they get so, what is it, deeply attached. See, a person would, I don't know how many now are there, but there are people who used to work part time as what is person in a marriage and come for a match, to watch the match. 600 something, 300 you used to get then. Okay, so that was the what is it, the what cult attachment towards the club that has gone. So see, that is what I am saying again. See, do something which you can bring back the fans. And as a fans, those people who hate now, who like makes lot of negativity in the YouTube, they will also be behind us. So that is what my humble request. Do all your means, bring back the fans. Thank you.
Yeah, so the number one thing there is, I think you need to shed your ego a bit and be more accepting of where you might be making mistakes. I think before you try and address any issue, there has to be an acceptance. Like I told you, that's the only way you can then start addressing things. So from our side, we want to assure you that there is acceptance, right? We are not running away from anything. There are multiple things we want to improve, which we know are below standards. So I take the responsibility of maintaining those standards and improving wherever I feel there are significant levels to be achieved. That is my responsibility, to be here and to make sure that we work on those.
Yeah, just mindful about the time, Jabir.
Yeah. One second, Matthew. 1 second, Jabir. Like, I just want to ask you, like, so you mentioned about the PR issues. So, if you remember, Sarin from FAB team, like, he's not here now. So, he mentioned about this to have as a concern 1 year ago in the introductory meeting. But I believe, like, we are getting it worse actually. So, why it was still the case and it is going worse? So, if you could have some time or something, it would have gone better, no, with the PR things and all. So, just want to mention that, which we have discussed that 1 year ago. Jabir?
Hey, I have these things to ask to Carolis. Yeah, as per the current performance, where do you honestly see this team finishing by the end of the season? Because are we heading towards the relegation to the I League or just settling at the bottom? Because let's be real, unless something exceptional happens from here, this is not going to change. And then, and when the things go this wrong, responsibility has to be taken. It just can't be ignored. Someone has to step up, take the responsibility of the season, and be ready to walk away if needed. Because this club deserves better. Kerala Blasters deserves better. And let's be clear, just blaming the coach and sacking him is not the solution anymore. Because you guys hired him. Blaming the players are not a solution anymore because you hired the players. So we don't want to hear the same story again next season. Uh, so take necessary steps regarding this issue.